Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ranking Member. Every one of us on this committee knows food is not just a commodity. It is survival, it is dignity, it is community, it is hope. We are here because we believe in investing in rural America, in food security, and in giving every single American, no matter their zip code, a fair shot at the American dream. And yet, here we are, debating a bill that turns its back on those very principles. This bill doesn't just trim around the edges, it guts SNAP, one of the most effective anti-hunger, anti-poverty programs we have. SNAP puts food on the tables for working families, children, seniors, veterans, and persons with disabilities. It supports local economies, yes, including farmers, ranchers, and rural grocers who rely on that spending to stay afloat. So let's call this what it is: a cruel, calculated choice, a false choice that takes food away from hungry families on a larger scale than ever before in our history, all to give more tax breaks to billionaires. That's not good policy. That's abandonment. And let's be clear, this choice is not just morally indefensible, it is a betrayal of the oath we took to uphold the Constitution. Article 1 charges us to promote the general welfare, not the interests of a privileged few. This choice is not just wrong, it violates the most basic promises of our democracy. We were not sent here to serve the wealthy. We were sent here to serve everyone. Just last week, I stood at the Maui Food Bank. I saw pallets of rice, cans of vegetables, boxes ready to be handed to neighbors in need. Before the pandemic, they served 13,000 people a month. Today, 42,000. 40% of them are children. That's nearly the entire population of a small town lining up regularly for basic sustenance to put food on their tables. And after the devastating Lahaina wildfires, as federal aid has dried up, demand has surged by over 65%. These families aren't lazy. They're not looking for handouts. They're not liars or cheaters looking to defraud the government. They are survivors of fires, of economic hardship, of systems that too often overlook them. They're hardworking, honest Americans trying to get back on their feet. What they need is not less help. They need more. In my district alone, SNAP serves over 28,000 households, 1 in 8 families. Over half of them include children, seniors, or someone living with a disability. This bill would cut tens of millions of dollars from Hawaii SNAP benefit. And that's not just a line item on a budget. That's a child going to bed hungry. That's a grandma or grandpa choosing between their medication or meals. That's a working mom skipping dinner so her kids can eat. As a mother, it breaks my heart, and I can't even imagine voting for legislation that would rip food from the mouths of our children. And as a lawmaker, I cannot justify passing a bill that decimates local economies under the false flag of fiscal responsibility. We know that nutrition and farm policy move together or not at all. Yes, we need to renew key programs that help farmers stay afloat in the face of disasters, climate change, and global insecurity. But we can't do that by sacrificing the food security of millions of Americans. That's not leadership, that's cruelty. And we are better than this. My colleagues, I know you are all here because you care deeply about your communities. I do too. And I still believe we can find common ground on a bipartisan farm bill that meets this moment. But that starts now by rejecting these callous cuts to SNAP and reminding us all who we serve, not any one single administration, but the people. It starts by standing up for our farmers and our families, for food producers and our children, for a system that works for all of us, not just the wealthy few. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member. I yield back.